Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Te Atiawa First Nations people and welcome to you, your guides, my guides in the universal energies. Okay. Well, even though we want to pull the covers over our heads, we're going to have to link arms and hold the line. The suffragettes in the early of last century didn't give up easily. Our mothers and grandmothers, and even some of you back in the 60s and 70s, didn't give up easily. The next 4 months is going to be really so let's stick together. Just a quick note: if you're a Trump supporter, don't even bother making a comment on here. You'll just get blocked and removed. And a few of you who are not Trump supporters, if you make a comment that I'm a little bit dubious about what it is that you're trying to say or expressing, and it can be construed, you may find your comment removed. I don't tend to remove, I tend to leave them there, but sometimes you're sort of going, what do they actually mean there? So I do apologise if you do find your comment removed. It just might mean that make sure when you comment you're actually clear on what you're saying. Okay, I do have on one of my other screens here the Madison Square Garden rally going on mute in the background. What are they up to now? 3 hours and 47 minutes. Vance is just walking off the stage. Um, so talk about having a numb bum, and you wouldn't want to need a bathroom break, would you? Okay, I've been asked to have a look at the Irish elections, which are coming up apparently next month. I think the parties have agreed that it should be done before the year is out. They just can't agree on a date. But gee, isn't it nice just to have a 4 to 6 week election cycle, not a 4 to 6 year election cycle? But I'm actually going to extend this a little bit further. I want to have a look at the rise of the right in the EU in general. The reason why I'm doing this, okay, so the Irish elections, there's 3 main parties. Well, actually, there's 4 main parties, but 2 of them have joined forces to form a coalition. And the 2 that joined forces in the last election are a centre-right and a moderate centre party. Now, remembering that the centre to centre-right in the rest of the world is probably considered centre and centre-left in the US, so we are in the rest of the world, the Democrats would be considered centre to centre right. So we are talking about different attitudes here throughout the world. But so we've got the FFG coalition, the Green Party, and the Sinn Féin Party. Now I'm talking about the Republic of Ireland, not the little bit up the top that the Northern Ireland that's still part of the UK. But the reason why I want to have a look at sort of general overall energies is that Georgia, the country, not Georgia the state, Georgia the country, which was prior to the falling of the USSR, part of Russia, had their elections recently. It appears that it may have been a disputed landslide in favour of the Russian-centric party, Georgia Dream. It's an authoritarian party and has been passing, prior to the election, strict rules in regards to state media and the rights of LGBTQI people, just really sort of leaning into the Russian rhetoric, the Kremlin rhetoric. So I did read forever ago for some of my beautiful viewers that had asked in regards to the way Europe would lean now. Georgia is not part of the European Union. Their joining has been blocked because they are leaning into the Russian rhetoric. But for those that have been following me for ages, will know that I did read a long time ago that, interestingly enough, the second time this card's jumped out, the Six of Swords, packing up the truth and moving forward to calmer waters. For those that have been following me forever will know that I had read a long time ago on Europe, and that Europe would go to the right. And I do understand why that's happening. They're getting a big influx the whole world went through inflation, but Europe's getting a big influx of refugees due to all the conflicts that are happening due to Russian interference. I'm talking Syria, I'm talking Israel, Lebanon, Iran, etc. I'm talking what's happening in North Africa. There's a huge influx of refugees coming into Europe across the borders. Australia and New Zealand, we're pretty lucky this part of the world, but to get to our borders, well, I wouldn't say it was lucky. You either take a gamble on a very leaky boat crossing some pretty treacherous seas, or you come in via aeroplane. And to be honest, most of them come in by aeroplane on visas and then just overstay. But there's no ability to just walk over a border in a remote location. So a lot of what's going on in Europe at the moment is due to the influx of refugees that are occurring because of the conflicts that are occurring, and I'm talking Afghanistan as well, all that sort of sways to the southern Europe area, conflicts that are happening that are being fed by the authoritarian governments. But what's happening is the authoritarian governments, it's the old create a solution and then we'll fix it type thing. So what's happening is the authoritarian governments are being elected because of conflicts that are happening due to authoritarian governments. Okay. So I just want to have a look at the energies of Europe going forward. Now, to finish my sentence, those that have been following me for ages know that I did read a long time ago that there would be a rise in the far right in Europe, and that the European voters would come to regret it. And then the swing back would occur. And yeah, big yes. Just saying, big yes there. So let's have a look. The energies of the far right in Europe going forward. Okay. Well, my first card out is my Harris card. It's the feminine bringing forth the truth and wisdom and knowledge. That's a completely other topic. I did post on my community page a Susan Lynn video that was really, I was just listening to it lying on the floor in the sun puddle, going, yep, about the conflict that's going to come regarding the rise of the feminine, battling against the existing misogynistic, I won't say masculine energy as such, because people then construe that as males, and there are wonderful men out there, but the misogynistic energy. So please check out that video if you haven't already. But yeah, this is about the rise of the feminine, and what's happening around the world is, with this rise of this feminine energy, at the end of the day, we don't need the male, even for procreation. Yes, we do, but they don't actually need to be part of the female life. So what's happening is women are realizing that they're stepping up to equality power, rather than submissive, and the misogynistic males that have been in power don't like it. And what they're finding is that all of a sudden women are saying, well, no, we don't want. We don't need. It's about then the men are finding themselves that what has worked for them in the past, because they've been in these authoritarian positions, is not working for them anymore. Because women are saying, well, I don't need a male partner. If you want to be in my life, you need to be of a character that I would want in my life. Big difference between need and want. And we're going into this want energy instead of this need. So, well, Queen of Swords, King of Wands, the second signifier, is, as I said, this masculine, misogynistic dictator laying down the law energy. So the rise of the feminine, and the male not willing to give up any ground. Okay, simply put. Okay, behind the scenes, we have again, another king. This is the look at the difference in the two male energies in these two cards. You've got this laying down the law, do it my way, versus, so the energy behind the scenes is this more laid back, accepting, partnership willing, diplomatic, negotiator, really, really different energies. Okay, so the rise of the right is this sort of battle being played out on the political scale. Oh yeah, the second energy behind the scenes is the addiction to power, the control, the you will dance to my tune, this energy that has been around for, and I'm going to say 2,500 years, that it's been very male dominated. Prior to that, there was more balance. Okay. Oh, okay. So out of this King of Cups energy, these are the Tim Walzes, the Joe Bidens, my one of my brother-in-laws, my nephew, my partner to a degree. He's still a little bit halfway between, but he is learning. This new masculine energy is destroying the way things were, breaking down. However, there is this desperate cling onto power, because out of this devil energy, they know they're losing. 3 cups spilt. This is the minor arcana death card. They know emotionally, but also emotionally they're spilt, they're closed, they're empty cups. And they know that they are on the losing side, which has made them even more desperate. So just be aware of that. Okay, crowning this, the karma hanging over this energy is the emotional choices available. There is one obvious choice about going forward amongst all this power. This is this energy. This in the middle, that is the obvious choice, is this energy. So around it you've got wealth, power, possessions, vanity. But the one that is shining through is this energy. So this is the karma hanging over at the moment. The 3 of Swords. Heartbreak, loss, betrayal. The sword is piercing through the heart of this energy, with the dark clouds in the background. Releasing the light is what I'm really feeling out of that card there, releasing the light. But these swords, the swords of this the new truth, the new wisdom, the new way of doing. It's like a sword through the heart for those that find themselves unable to move from this old misogynistic energy, but it's breaking down. Remembering that change is incremental. Wouldn't it be nice if we could go to sleep tonight and wake up tomorrow and we were this? Change is incremental. Desperate, 5 of Swords, the outcome. Okay, attempt to steal the swords that are piercing through their heart, the swords that women are carrying forward, or the feminine energy are coming forward, slaying in the background, desperation to win at any cost. I did ask about the rise of the far right, or the future of the far right in Europe. Yeah, could be stealing elections, voter fraud, but it's more about trying to hang on to control at any cost. Yeah, trying to hang onto this my way or the highway patriarchal dominance at any cost. The plan coming to fruition, and insecurity, due to insecurity. So yeah, causing a lot of anxiety, but that it is fading. This misogynistic energy, they're desperately trying to hold on, but it is fading. So this is incremental because this is end of cycle stuff and new beginning. So that's the energies behind what's going on. There is this, they possibly don't even realize what is happening, or they just don't know how to. 3 cups spilled, emotionally empty, desperate to hang on to this energy, feeling like, again, the 3 swords plunging through their hearts because they don't understand that this new choice, because this energy is coming in to break down, doesn't excuse their actions, but it helps to understand what is happening at the moment. So I'm going to shuffle again, and I'm going to have a look at the future of the far right. So that was the energy behind the scenes. So, and just getting really prickly head there. Thank you, guys. If you hear them, let me know. Show me an emotional cleansing and moving forward in tandem, bringing with it this rise of the feminine. Now, we all have masculine and feminine energy in us to different degrees. We need balance between them so that we are bringing both sides, because both are needed and both are fabulous. But let's have a look. So, short answer to the Irish election, yes, I do think the FFG coalition will get back in again. But let's have a look. Let's have a look to the current rise of the far right that we are seeing being narrowly defeated in countries like Germany and Austria, like by the skin of their teeth, but overwhelmingly elected in non-EU countries like Georgia. Show me the future going forward. Future going forward. I'm getting it's almost like it's going to get worse before it gets better. So there's other countries that are going to, France held the line too, but it feels like there's going to be another election cycle where the right is reinforced, and then it's a holy F, what have we done? So those that have recently elected, it'll be, goodness me. So I'm feeling there'll be another election cycle for the majority of the countries, and then it'll be a holy crumbs, what have we done? Dramatic swing back. Okay, show me. Show me. What's happening with this cycle? 3 years. I'm seeing 3. 3. Okay. Basically, what it's telling me is that any of those European countries that haven't had an election cycle yet, recently, are going to go righter, and then it's going to be a holy crumbs for the cycle afterwards. Okay, show me. Right, the Four of Wands. Yeah, it is all about protection, safety, message of protection and safety. However, with what is being suggested by the right, far right, is also the families are going to find it restrictive. It's almost like a line in the sand is going to be stepped over. It's going to be too far, if that makes sense. So what people are voting for is protection, but with protection, they're going to find themselves restricted. There's going to be like, well, hang on, that's not what we voted for. Well, actually, it was. Right, challenging that is movement forward, slow movement forward, healing movement forward. But it is slow, so just be aware of that. I am talking at least a 3-year cycle here. But the foundation, the strength of the feminine coming forward, the empathic, compassionate strength. In the past, a new beginning, I'm going to say the vote, but it's, again, a protectionist stance, new beginning here. This is the vibe I'm really getting here. Okay, crowning this reading, working together. Working together across the table, emotionally working together. Immediate future. So this is actually quite good energy in that people are going to find themselves restricted. And it is going to bring together a knowing of your neighbour, community-based compassion. In the immediate future, though, this swords through the heart. And I'm getting the 3-year cycle. That's what I'm getting here. Okay, externally, be careful what you wish for. I know it's the 9 of Cups. It can be a wish fulfillment, but I'm always seeing it. Just be careful what you wish for, because it's emotionally not going to be what you thought it was going to be internally. It's going to be loss for self, hopes and fears, return to balance, the outcome. Well, we've got the patriarchal, secrets being revealed, or just the swamp being brought to the surface in regards to it. A lot of headlines coming forward about hidden agendas, where those in control will be doling out. It's going to be a hard truth. But then we have the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords bringing forward new energy in regards to this misogynistic that's going to be revealed as the snake it is. We have the rise of the feminine energy and abundance and an emotional new start as people then walk away from what they thought they wanted towards this new feminine energy. And we have a significant ending, new beginning, and then we have the rise of the act. Kings are externally doing the bringing forth of the emotionally mature, diplomatic, negotiating, accepting energy. So yeah, I'm going to put it out there. The next 3 years in Europe, I hate to say, you're going to find a rise in this right on the base. It is a crossroads moment for the voter. It's up to them to choose. It's about living in a democracy before another election cycle before the pendulum swings back. It's all I'm going to say, and it will. And what more can I say? Yeah, it's a bit the same all over the world, that people are voting for restrictions on others, not realizing that they are then implementing restrictions on themselves. The US, yay, abortion, look, abortion restriction. Oh, whoops. I need to have I had a miscarriage, but I voted for abortion restriction. What do you mean I can't have? It wasn't supposed to apply to me. That sort of, there's going to be that sort of energy that will come through. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Sorry to be a Debbie Downer. Um, just know that change is coming. We need to link arms. It is incremental. You will see progress. The best thing to do is actually look back in 12 months, look back 12 months and go, holy crumbs, we've come a long way. And it will give you energy to continue forward. Okay, and find your people. And here is a safe space. Love you all. Bye bye.